Welcome to the final review for this year as I am wrapping up my trading year and we finally taken a position after 2 weeks, literally on the last day. One position, USD JPY long, first low risk position that I was able to get in on. And for the first 2 weeks of phase two of this protocol, my risk is set at 0.25%, so quarter risk. So this was a 0.25% loss. Um, and that is the only position that I was taking. If you want to see the analysis behind that, I did share that on TradingView. The link to my TradingView profile is in the description below. So what did I learn this week? A few things to just touch on as the year draws to a close. Um, Missing a trade due to restrictions in my plan is still a W because I anticipated the move and under different circumstances would have taken it. Shout out to NK for that. That was a Euro USD position missed, Euro USD short, which if you were following it this week, sold off quite aggressively after the Fed lowered interest rates. And then there was also a pound JPY long position that I missed today. Again, both those trades were high risk, and so well outside of what my plan permits me to take during this period. And so, yeah, if I saw the trade and was disciplined enough to take it or to not take it, does that mean the inefficiency lies in my technicals? And if you want to know more about what that question means, check out my latest, well, it depends on when you're watching it really, but check out the mistrade recap on your USD from the 19th of December. I dive a bit into what that question, or I'll give a bit of context around that question. And then, yeah, I should continue uploading mistrade recaps on TradingView. That's not something I do often, but I think there's always a trade to recap. My trade frequency is a lot higher when I'm taking high risk positions as well. So in this position or in this period rather of low risk trades, I find there's not as many live positions to recap on, but there are quite a few mistrades that are either high risk or just fall outside of maybe my time zone or my kill zone that I usually trade out of. And yeah, I think there's a lot of lessons that I learn in real time through mistrade recaps and want to do a few more of those. And then, yeah, should also consider mistrades which fall out of my kill zone times because that's something I've noticed. I guess maybe over the past couple of months, but I've been very strict on the times that I execute in, and so observing setups which align with your bias, trade parameters are met, entry confirmation is given, but it just falls outside of the kill zone that I trade. I think there's a gap um, there that yeah I should look into over time if you know uh, there's enough potential there that I'm not realizing. And then yeah, when I have no expectation of the outcome, I'm indifferent while holding a position. And that was really just observed today. The first trade I've taken in a couple of weeks. And I think it's because I I know this is the last trade I'm taking for about 2 weeks. Um, there was really nothing I expected from this position. It's also such a low risk position that I knew it was what a 3.6 R trade. So it wasn't gonna pass a challenge or there weren't massive profits that were gonna be banked on it. But at the end of the day, it was because I had no expectation of the outcome that I really felt indifferent while holding the position. I think that's a key takeaway, probably my biggest takeaway from this week, going into next year. If I observe mid to late November and the expectation that I projected onto the market in that period, because I was pushing for, passing phase two by December, I was pushing for withdrawal. And so every single trade, I carried emotion into that because I carried expectation into it. And so that, although maybe I might have managed it according to the plan and, executed according to the plan, um, the goal really is to be indifferent with every trade that I take, because at the end of the day, we don't know what the outcome is going to be. So, yeah, that was, I think, an important observation, and maybe why, I was presented with one setup in these 2 weeks, was to learn that lesson, which was really cool, because obviously I can just imagine going into the new year, going to be full of energy, full of expectation. I'm going to be very expectant, and it's not a bad thing to be expectant. I think you've just got to moderate it on a trade by trade basis. And so, yeah, that sums up kind of what was learned this week. And obviously, looking at the 1% tweaks for next week, I've just put not applicable there because we won't be in the market next week. And so that wraps up the weekly review. Alpha Capital account metrics, same account, started phase two on the 10th of October. And yeah, current equity sitting at about 3.3% drawdown. And that is how we end the year. We will pick up again at the end of the week of the 6th. That is January. January the 12th will be my next review. Just want to thank you guys for all those who have supported the channel, showed up, dropped a like, subscribed, commented. Um, this the birth of this channel was really to document our journey. But the support that we have received from anyone who's just checked out the channel, and resonated with the work that we've put out, and the value that we've put out, has not gone unnoticed, and we truly, truly appreciate it. And if the channel has provided any value to you whatsoever, drop a like, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, whoever you think should also benefit from the value, because we don't gatekeep on value, guys. Um, really appreciate that. Because yeah, 2025, we intend on taking this to a whole new level, um, in line, obviously, with our trading, because at the core, it has to be rooted in consistency in our trading, consistency and profitability. Because without that, there's really no point of trying to, grow an audience, or trying to reach more people. So for those of you taking some time off, stay safe, enjoy. For those of you just pushing right through December, hold it down. But be sure to take some time off. Everyone needs a day or two off. Um, and just have a blessed and safe Christmas and a happy New Year. Remember, guys, consistency is the choice you make when you start doing the things you know you should be doing day in and day out.